Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be explaining my 4-4-2 custom tactics in FIFA 20. I'd recommend watching my previous video if you want custom tactics on how to attack and create more chances. However, in this video I'll be going through the more defensive side of FIFA and how to keep clean sheets and barely concede any goals by using these tactics. I've used these tactics not only in Ultimate Team but on other online modes such as Seasons, and I've seen success there also, so these tactics do 100% work. This video involves player instructions, formation change and custom tactics in order for you to be the best possible at FIFA 20 Ultimate Team or FIFA in general. I recommend using teams such as Chelsea, Barcelona, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United and Juventus if you're not on Ultimate Team and want teams that complement these tactics well. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So regarding my tactics with this formation, which is 4-4-2, when it comes down to defense, I recommend putting defensive style on drop back. This is purely because you don't want to be up the pitch too much, as you're going to have 2 CDMs, 2 centre backs and 2 full backs to defend, and occasionally your wingers might track back if you put it on drop back, so then you have multiple defensive players at the back to stop your team from counter attacking on you. Regarding depth, I say put it on 2. You can put it on 1 if you feel that will help you more, but it's basically just to have your backline so deep that teams will have to pretty much break you down to the furthest they can just so that they can score. So long shots won't really be an option for them, it will just mean more breaking you down. But obviously due to the amount of players you'll have back, it will be hard for them to get through, if that makes sense to you. It also gives your strikers and wingers more chance up the pitch, and then when the team does push forward, the whole team pushes forward to your backline, then the striker and winger will have more space at the back for them to counter attack and score potentially. Regarding the offensive style, I recommend putting it on fast build up, as this just means it'll be football that you see Arsenal and Barcelona playing, that fast passing football, and it will mean that you'll be able to get out of the pitch easier while your team is back. Instead of booting the ball out the pitch or playing it through, this would mean like maybe if you intercept the ball with your centre back, you might pass it to the left back, he passes it into the middle, passes it back out wide, he passes it back into the middle, and then from there you can count. So that explains why I put my width on 7, just so that we have the attacking players such as the wingers and the striker that have so much space up front, so that when you get the ball in the back you can just play it out wide, so then there's more opportunities and more space up front. Regarding players in the box, I recommend putting it on 5, as you're only going to want about 3 to 4 players in the box. As for example, you might want your 2 strikers, your 2 wingers and maybe 1 CDM to push up maybe as an extra support, but that's about it. When it comes down to corners and free kicks, I recommend putting it on 1, because you're not going to want so many players, especially for free kicks, because when you take a free kick you're not really going to whip it into the box. People barely do that. So but if you miss the free kick now and the goalkeeper saves it, he could just boot the ball out of the pitch and they could go and score. So make sure you have as many players back as possible. So now we're going to transition into player instructions. For the 2 strikers, I recommend putting support runs on stay central and defensive support on stay forward, and keep everything else as default. This means that your 2 strikers will stay in the middle of the pitch and stay up the pitch while the rest of your team pretty much sit back. Those are the 2 key instructions. We're going to change anything, maybe the interceptions on conservative, so they don't push into every single tackle that they get the chance to. Regarding the wingers, so your left midfielder and your right midfielder, they're not really wingers but they can play as wingers. I say putting defensive support on come back on defense, so they stay back with the fullback, and leaving everything else on default. If you're going to change anything, once again, probably interceptions, put it on aggressive however though, because they're going to be coming back to the defense and they're going to need to tackle and not just be conservative, just there for a threat. So coming down to the CDMs now, these are very important roles in this formation, very important positions. So keep everything on default and keep attacking support on stay back while attacking, and put interceptions on aggressive, as these players are going to sit back in front of your centre backs as an extra backline pretty much, and they're going to need to push into tackles and intercept and man mark, etc, etc. When it comes down to the full back, so the left back and the right back, put their attacking runs on stay back while attacking and the interceptions on aggressive. So pretty much from what you see from the attack from the instructions is that your full backs, your CDMs, your wingers and your centre backs will be sitting back and playing very aggressive football, coming into all the tackles they possibly can, all the challenges they can. It's only going to be the 2 strikers up top that aren't going to be coming back into defense. And finally, the centre backs, they're going to be put on stay back while attacking and aggressive interceptions. As I said earlier, this is another important role in the team. These 2 players are going to be the solid part of the defense. They're going to sit back, protect the goalkeeper at all costs, and pretty much control the whole backline. This was a shorter video, is more a defensive style than an attacking style, but hopefully this formation and custom tactics and player instructions help you improve at FIFA. Make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you want more custom tactics and FIFA tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one in a bit.